Puppy. Come here. Come here. I know. I know. It's your butt. It's your butt. I know. I'm going to tell the dog turd. Okay. Yes. We'll go see the dog turd. Mm-hmm. What, you want to go back out there? What is frame scaling mode anyway? Oh. Yeah, I don't need that. What the fuck am I listening to? Oh, I gotta do that still. Where am I? Fuck. You know what? We're going. I don't care.
Names, dates, and places in the following story are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record.
In this election year, this station is making it possible for you to follow the campaign of the next president on NBC. Tuesday, July 1st, be sure to hear another of NBC's pre-convention broadcasts. This program is called Convention City. It will offer you a complete...
Oh no! Don't be a hero now! Fuck you!
The program will include officials in charge of the convention arrangements. You will hear the unusual problems resulting from the almost gigantic task of entertaining the two major party conventions. We're sure you'll find this a fascinating program. So consult your local newspaper for broadcast time and join us Tuesday, July 1st for Convention City. This is another special program brought to you so you may follow the campaign of the next president on NBC. Now, Tales of the Texas Rangers.
And now, from the files of the Texas Rangers, the case called Ex-Con.
Is that supposed to be a Volkswagen? Oh my goodness.
Who's there?
Yes, please.
Huh?
All cleaned up.
Let me see what I'm doing for the respray before I um I'm just gonna do the wine red. Fuck it. It's basically just a secondary color within the main color is what this is. I really don't like how the only suspension options are just lowering the fucking vehicle. I'm just gonna give him the, yeah, do the black, I think. I'll go ahead and do the turbo, the transmission. I shouldn't have even did neon.
You got a beast in the hood now, man. Believe me. Those are some of the hottest breaks out there right now.
Oh, this looks like a trigger
I
mobile.
put out an all-points bulletin on Tom Dawson, then took Mrs. Dawson home. Sheriff Sims in High Point agreed to help me in the search. We decided on the bus station as the first likely place to check. At 2:15 that afternoon, we entered the Trailways bus depot and walked toward the ticket window.
Yeah, you'd think a fellow like Dawson would have learned enough to keep out of trouble. What do you figure he's up to now?
Yeah, might be anything, Sheriff. Burglary, stick-up, even a killing. Whatever it is, I hope we can get to him before it's too late.
I sure hope we can get a lead here.
Can I help you, Ranger?
The Sheriff and I'd like to ask you a few questions, miss.
Sure. Oh, excuse me a second. I got to announce that bus. Bus now leaving for San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas. That's my bus. Goodbye. All oh, sure, I'm glad when that 2:30 bus leaves. Means I only got another half hour to work.
Uh-huh. You mind taking a look at that photo? You seen this man in here today?
Well, I think I have, yeah. He was in here, bought a ticket from me.
Where to?
See now, it was somewhere up north. I'm sorry, Sheriff, but I don't remember just where.
You're sure he was here, though?
Oh, I'm sure of that, all right. The reason I'm so positive, he gave me a $100 bill. When I gave him change, it couldn't have cleaned out my cash drawer.
What time was this?
Well, I knew it was sometime afternoon, but I'm not too sure when.
What buses do you have going north in the afternoon?
Just two, the 1:30 and the 4:15.
All right, miss. Thanks a lot.
Well, if he bought his ticket before that 1:30 northbound left, he could be on it, Jace.
Yeah, I figure it's going to take us just about 2 hours to find out if he is.
Oh, fuck. That didn't really do any damage.
We took the 1:30 bus after it had traveled a little over 100 miles. Dawson was not aboard. We checked the 4:15 bus. He wasn't on it either. By 11 the next morning, we'd combed all of the towns where he could have stopped off. Still no trace of him. We gave up the search and headed back toward High Point. By noon, we were just coming into town.
I'm really beat, Jace. When I get to bed, I'm not going to move for 2 days.
Sure been a long night.
Worst part of it is we didn't accomplish a thing.
You can be pretty sure whatever Dawson got paid to do, he's probably done it by now.
I sure feel sorry for that wife of his. If Dawson gets sent up now, it's going to be for a long, long time. What are you stopping here for?
Over there, Sheriff. Coming out of that feed store.
Well, I'll... Dawson. Right on Main Street.
Let's go.
He must see us, but it don't seem to bother him. He's just standing there.
He could be playing it cagey. Watch yourself.
Yeah. JC's starting to move.
Hold it, Dawson. What do you want?
We'd like to talk to you.
What about?
About a bus ride you took yesterday.
You crazy? I ain't been on a bus in months.
Frisk him, Sheriff.
Put your hands over your head.
Why can't you guys leave me alone just because I spent a few years in the
No
pen?
gun, Jace.
What are you talking about, gun? I never had no gun.
Here's his wallet. Nothing. Not even a dollar
That's
bill.
right, and you know why? Because you guys won't leave me alone so as I can get a job. Like just now in that feed
Wait a
store.
minute. There's something in this inside pocket. Yeah, a slip of paper.
What's it say?
Bella Ross, RFD 12, Odessa.
Give me that.
Who's Bella Ross?
That's my business.
Odessa's north of here, Jace. It's only 200 miles. Dawson could have made it up and back since yesterday.
Were you in Odessa last night, Dawson?
No.
Then where were you?
Well, I always am nights. Home.
Can you prove
Oops.
Sure. Go talk to my wife. She'll tell you I was home the whole night. In just a moment, we will continue with Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McRae as Ranger Jace Pearson.
There's a price tag on almost everything. Whether you drive a shiny new 1952 model or a pre-war jalopy, you had to pay the price.
It's been way too long.
And when you're driving that car, remember that speed also has its price. Death or injuries that can cripple you for life. You may speed at times and get away with it, but the odds are too strongly against you that in some tight spot, you'll make a mistake while speeding. It'll be curtains for you. Or you'll have it on your conscience for the rest of your days that you took a life that you and you alone could have avoided if you weren't speeding.
I do like that these this AI just figures out traffic a lot more than the other one did.
500,000 injured. This year, thousands of lives can be saved if you and millions of other motorists come to the sober realization that speed is the biggest killer on the highways. You can do your part. At all times, drive as though your life depends on it. It does. Now we return to the Texas Rangers.
We continue now with Tales of the Texas Rangers and our authentic story, Ex-Con.
Tom Dawson continued to insist that he'd been home the night before. He wanted to check his story, so we left him at the sheriff's office and drove out to see his wife.
This guy's all
Yeah. Yeah, you can come in.
all over the road.
What do you want?
Just like to talk to you, like your husband.
Tom ain't done nothing.
We're not saying. Told me you left the house carrying a gun. You were afraid he was going to get into trouble.
I don't know why I come and told you that. Once in a while, I get thinking things that never happened, like I...
We're gonna get Trevor a dad sweater. Hold on here, we need to get you some pants. Why is it only giving me those options? Maybe I need to get him a suit instead. It's pretty fucking gay.
Did you find your size?
I'll have to go somewhere else and get the pants. Sucks. Alright, let me see if I can get some shoes to match this halfway decently. That'll work.
We appreciate your visit.
Alright.
Bye. Enjoy your purchase.
Hey, looking forward to seeing you on set, buddy.
Fine boy, ain't he?
Well,
bet your life he is. I set him up on the truck farm 2 years ago. Told him if he was going to get all my money someday, he'd have to prove he could make some on his own.
How's he been doing?
Oh, just fine. Hear from him every week.
Then you haven't been down there lately.
No, but I'm figuring to go down there soon. I wrote and told her a couple of weeks ago I was coming down. Look, I said I didn't mind answering questions. I'd kind of like to know what this is all about.
I don't want to alarm you, Mrs. Ross. I may be wrong, but we think someone's trying to make trouble for you.
Make trouble? Who'd want to do anything to me?
That's something we can't say till we do a little more checking. But in the meantime, we'd like you to stay in your house till we can get you a police guard.
Police guard? What? That's downright crazy, Ranger. I can take care of myself.
I'm afraid we'll have to insist on it. If you don't mind, we'll take you back to the house with us right now.
Well, you probably know what you're doing, but I still think it's crazy. Wait, I'll talk to my foreman, and I'll be right back with you.
That nephew of hers, Duke. If he's made a success of his farm, the bank sure don't know about it. How do you mean? Finch has got the farm mortgaged up to the hilt. Bank's about ready to take it over. You ever been out there? Once. Place is in a shambles. I don't believe I ever worked it. Well, maybe he's got other interests. I know he has.
All right, time to get a decent haircut.
Good to see you.
All right, Trevor. I know you're perfectly capable of looking good.
Looking good. I love making people totes amaze.
All right. With that hairline, this is probably best.
Bye-bye, beautiful.
All right, so I need to hit up someplace else on the way back down here, probably. It doesn't really matter where. Probably gonna want to hit this spray paint booth up. Well, no, I can get on the highway to go back down there, right? So why don't I go here, then here, and then get on the highway to go down there? I like that idea.
Oh, what's it matter? Might as well be back in Huntsville as trying to make a living outside. Nobody cares anyhow. I think you're wrong about that. You can come in now, Mrs. Dawson.
Hello, Tom.
Liz, what are you doing here?
Ranger brought me. You hadn't had to come anyhow.
What for?
'Cause I love you. I don't want you locked up.
You don't want to bother with me. I'm no good.
Yes, you are. If you's no good, you'd have gone through with that killing. And if you's no good, I wouldn't ask the ranger to stop you.
You told the cops.
Yeah, Tom. It near killed me, but I'd do it again. I don't want you in jail. You belong with me and the kids.
Sure. To watch all three of you starve.
You'll make out. Sooner or later, people will forget you ever been in jail.
They never forget. Man makes a mistake, he pays for it all his life. Now go on, Liz. Get yourself another man.
That's the way you want it, Tom? Is that all you care about, me and the kids?
Oh, Liz.
All these years I've been thinking you loved us the way we love you. I reckon I was wrong.
Liz, don't talk that way.
Why not? It's true, ain't it?
No, it ain't true. Can't you see everything?
Might get a different color on the bumper, I think.
Nothing works out.
Motherfucker.
Nothing ever works out. What am I gonna do, honey? What am I gonna do?
Tell them what they want to know. It's the only way we're gonna make a real team.
What's wrong with her now?
Don't you see that scratch? You know, that's honestly really good UI design when, like, you push this button to say you want to exit, but then you have to push this button to confirm. That's just good UI, man.
The gun and money and took it back to Dawson's house. I figured it wouldn't be long before
All right, so now I need to go here.
Finch got curious and showed up there. Our job was to get the evidence that would convict him. I sent for a couple of lab men and had them rig a camera and a hidden microphone in the brush near the house. We placed the tape recorder inside the house, and we coated the gun and money with a dye that would come off on a man's hands and could only be seen under ultraviolet light. We sent Mrs. Dawson and the children over to a neighbor's, and then we waited. First day, nothing happened. On the evening of the second day, just after dark, Sheriff and I were standing in front of Dawson's house.
I don't know, Jace. Could be when he didn't read in the papers about his aunt being dead, he figured Dawson backed out of the job.
And you want to know why?
Maybe so, but I still think we ought to get out of all points on it.
Suppose we did pick him up. He'd say Dawson dreamed the whole thing up. In a court, it'd just be his word against Dawson.
Well, I reckon we do need more evidence than we got, but all the same, I don't... What? Oh, yeah, I see the headlines.
This could be him, boys. You ready with the camera?
Yeah, right.
Let's get inside.
I wish it was still daylight. Those flash bulbs will only give them one chance to get the picture.
Anybody can get it, they can.
You coming, Ranger?
Somebody is. Better get ready. And get over by the recorder, Sheriff. Keep low so he can't see us through the window.
Yeah, you want me to switch on?
Not yet. Yeah? Be sure to hand him the gun so he won't know the bullets are missing.
Okay.
You gotta stop that guy! He jacked all my money! Not those bikes!
This is gonna get expensive.
Fucking pricks!
You want this stuff. Now listen. That woman's my aunt. She's gonna leave me a lot of money. Good for you.
There's a guy coming. There you go. I persuaded him to change his mind.
Incredible, dude. You should keep some of that for yourself.
Ah, don't thank me. I'd have tried to kill them all anyway.
Come on.
Hold that light. What's going on here?
Alright, I need some pants that don't fucking suck. I don't care for the cargo. Almost rather just have sweatpants. Ah, fuck. There we go, jeans. Doesn't work with my... I guess cargo pants is probably the better option, huh? I don't like how it changes my shoes. Why does it change my shoes? I'm gonna have to see what other pants he has. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna go back to this one and see if maybe they have a different selection.
And now, here are the results of the case you have just heard.
We're going back in time.
Art Prince was tried for conspiracy to commit murder. Because of Dawson's assistance in obtaining evidence for the state, the court dismissed the case against him. The judge convinced the local farmer to give Dawson a probationary job. He was later taken on permanently. Art Prince was sentenced to 10 years in Huntsville Penitentiary.
What happened to my door?
You're giving out bad vibes.
You guys see that?
Whatever.
Wait, are both of my doors gone? No, it's just the one. What the fuck? No, this is the same selection. This is a fucking tragedy. I really just want pants. That's too much to ask. Binko clothing, you know what? We're just gonna have to go there. Which is I don't want to.
Come on.
Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McRae as Ranger Jace Pearson. Another authentic reenactment of a case transcribed from the files of the Texas Rangers. Names, dates, and places in the following story are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record.
In this election year, this station is making it possible for you to follow the campaign of the next president on NBC. Tuesday, July 1st, be sure to hear another of NBC's pre-convention broadcasts. This program is called Convention City. It will offer you a complete description of the arrangements being made in Chicago, the host city of both the Republican and Democratic conventions this year. Jim Hurlbut of NBC Chicago will serve as your host. The program will include interviews with Chicago officials in charge of the convention arrangements. You will hear the unusual problems resulting from the almost gigantic task of entertaining the two major party conventions. We're sure you'll find this a fascinating program. So consult your local newspaper for broadcast times and join us Tuesday, July 1st for Convention City. This is another special program brought to you so you may follow the campaign of the next president on NBC.
So sorry.
Now,
Damn it.
Tales of the Texas Rangers.
And now, from the files of the Texas Rangers, the case called Ex-Con.
It's nice to see you.
All right, what do we got? Pants. Why do the pants change my shoes? You fucking serious right now?
Anything you like?
It's the only kind of hats. I didn't really look at the hats at the other place though. Whatever. I guess you're just destined to wear those shitty pants forever.
Things all wrong. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right. But there was even a man here looking for you this morning.
What kind of man?
He had real good clothes on and a pretty car. Maybe he's got some news for you.
Could be that fella from over at the brickyard. He almost gave me a job when I got out of the sand.
Yeah, that's who it must be.
Maybe he's got a job for me loading bricks.
He must want you awful bad way we're talking.
Loading bricks ain't bad work. I ought to get a buck an hour, easy, maybe a buck and a quarter.
Sure you
Buck and a
You
quarter.
don't have to worry no more.
See, this GPU is not running as warm as it should. Am I dropping frames? Why?